Hello everyone, welcome to the explanation of a new problem. So in this video, we're going to discuss question number 2 of Lead Code Contest 248, which is eliminate maximum number of monsters. So the description is a bit long. I'll directly diverge into the example. So in this example, you've actually been given, here is this, yeah. So you are actually playing a video game, right? And in that video game, you have to protect a city. So some monsters are attacking the city and you need to kill them, right? So you have been given the initial distances of the monsters. Let's say it has been given as 1, 3, and 4, and you have been given their speeds. So this distance is in meters and the speed is in meter per minute. Okay. So this would mean that the 0th monster, it travels 1 meter in 1 minute, right? Similarly, the 1th or the first monster, it also travels 1 meter in 1 minute, and their speed are same. So every single monster is traveling 1 meter in 1 minute, right? Now you need to kill these monsters before they attack the city, right? And you can kill the monsters only at a ith minute. What I mean to say is that monsters will start moving at minute 0, and we can kill them. It is our choice if you want to kill them or not. We can eliminate those monsters, but we can eliminate them only up at the start of a minute, right? We cannot eliminate them at let's say 0.6 minutes or 1.2 minutes, right? They can be killed at first minute, second minute, third minute, fourth minute, etc. So we have to return the maximum number of monsters that we are able to eliminate or kill, and we'll return n, which is the size of the distance array, meaning number of monsters, if we are able to eliminate all the monsters, right? So let's quickly see this example. So at the start of minute 0, at the start of minute 0, the monsters are at this distance, right? Let's say that you choose to kill the monster which is closest to you, which is this monster. So you kill him. So at the start of 1th minute, uh, you have killed a monster over here. This monster would have traveled a meter, so its distance would be 2. This monster would also have traveled a meter, so its distance would be 3. Right. Now you decide to kill, let's say, the second monster. So in the 2th minute, X, X, and 2. Right. Now again you decide to kill this monster. So you are able to kill all the 3 monsters, so you return 3. This is one way you could kill the monsters. The other way is given in this example. You eliminate the first monster at the 0th minute. Then when the distances are x, 2, and 3, you decide, let me not do anything. It's okay. It's fine. The monsters are not too close. I won't kill anyone. Then at the start of the second minute, the monsters are at x, 1, and 2 distance. X is basically eliminated monster. So now you decide to kill this monster over here, the one which is just 1 meter away from, right? So you eliminate the second monster, and at the start of the third minute, you eliminate the last monster also. Basically, all monsters can be eliminated when distances and speed are given like this, right? That will not always be the case. Let's go to example 3 over here. These are the distances and these are the speeds. So at the start of minute 0, 0th minute, we know that the distances are 3, 2, 4. You decide to kill, let's say, the monster which is closest to you, which is the second monster. So at the start of 1 minute, let's calculate how much distance they would have traveled. So monster 3 was this 0th monster, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. 0th monster was 3 meter away, right? And in the next minute, it will travel 5 meters, which means he will reach our city, right? Similarly, this first monster at index 1, it is 2 meters away and it can travel 3 meters in a minute. It will also reach our city. So we'll be only able to kill one of these two monsters, right? The other one will reach the city. So this distance has become 0. This distance we emulated x, and this 4 would actually, so this monster is 4 meters away, it travels 2 meters in a minute, so this would be 2, right? So now you have reached a point which is 0, which means, and you already have eliminated one, so you cannot eliminate this one. You can eliminate only one monster at a time. This means your city has been attacked by the monster and you were not able to save your city. You were only able to kill one monster out of the 3, so your answer is 1, as has been explained over here, right? I think this I decided to kill the second monster. This example over here, they decided to kill the first monster, the 0th index monster, and the other monster would have reached the city, so you lose, right? This is what you need to do. So one thing that you guys might have understood by now is that we need to follow some sort of greedy approach, right? We need to follow a greedy approach. And so I was actually, while I was explaining these examples, I was saying I'm going to kill the monster which is closest to my city, right? Let's take an example to actually prove that killing the monster which is closest to the city is not always beneficial. So let's say we have a monster at distance 5, then we have a monster at distance 6, and we have a monster, oh no, let's say we have a monster at distance 4 and 3, right? These are the distances that have been given to us. And let's take the speed of these monsters to be 10, 1, and 2. Perfect. 10, 1, and 2. So in the 0th minute, the distances were 5, 4, 3. Let's say that, or let me just quickly eliminate this itself. I'm not taking this entire example. I'm just going to take 5 and 4, right? So let's say that you decided to kill the monster which was closest to the city, which was 4, right? You killed it. Fine. So at the 1th minute, you will see that this monster, which was able to travel 10 meters in a single minute, has reached your city while you were busy eliminating this monster, the monster at position 1, right? And you were able to kill only one monster using this strategy. But do you think this is the optimal strategy? This is not the optimal strategy. Why? Because if you see the first monster that you killed over here, you killed this monster, right? This is a very slow monster. It is only traveling 1 meter in a minute. So let's not kill this monster. Let me kill the first monster itself. So at the 0th minute, their distances are 5 and 4. You decide to kill the first monster. So they are X and 3, right? Because this monster travels only 1 meter in a minute. Now at the start of the 2th minute, you'll be able to kill both of the monsters over there. So we are not using the greedy strategy over the distances. We are going to use the greedy strategy over the time taken by the monster to reach your city, isn't it? So basically, all you need to do is you need to find time that the monsters will take to reach your city. Find time that the monsters will take to reach your city. Sort according to that time. Get a sorted array of that time, and then start eliminating the monsters from the start position. And if at some point uh, you reach a situation where the monster has already reached your city, right? Where it has reached your city and you were not able to kill it, you were busy killing the first few monsters, and let's say the last monster reached your city, then you're going to say, then you're going to return 3 because you were only able to kill 3. So I think this hint that you need to solve this problem greedily using the time taken to reach to the city is more than enough. But if you need, we'll go to the pseudocode section of this problem. It's a very simple code to write. Just going to rub this off quickly. So if you take another time array, I think your space complexity would increase. So we are going to make changes inside a distance array itself. So yeah, I think just write a for loop which runs from I equal to 0 till I less than, let's say, distance dot length, right? Now what you're going to do is you need to calculate the time taken by the monsters. And what's the time? That's very easy, distance upon speed. So distance I will actually become distance I divided by speed I. Now this time that we're calculating, it's the time after which the monster will reach the city. So if I'm talking about this example over here, 3 to 4, and their speeds are 5, 3, 2. I don't want a distance array such that I reach 0, then 2 divided by 3 will also give me 0, and 4 divided by 2 will give me 2. After which minute will my monster overrun the city? That is what I need to calculate, right? So after 0th minute, this monster will come. After 0th minute, this monster will come. This monster will come after the first minute, right? So I need this to be 1. So in case when your distance is absolutely divisible by the speed, you need to subtract 1, right? Otherwise, you need to not subtract anything. So just a second, let me erase this. I can simply do this thing, subtract if my distance I modulo speed I equal to 0, right? So if it's equal to 0, it will subtract 1. If it's not equal to 0, it will subtract 0, which is nothing, right? Fine. After this step is complete, you need to sort the distance array. You need to sort the distance array. So let's say that, let me write in a simple syntax, this dot sort, right? This is saying that you sorted your array. Fine. Now let's initialize a variable answer equal to 0. Now you're going to run a while loop. Why while you'll be clear in a single second. So answer less than dist dot len. And another condition that needs to be followed is that your answer is actually less than equal to dist answer. So this is the point where you see that, let's say that you are at the second minute and you find a monster that was also going to reach your city gates either at the second minute or a minute which is less than 2, right? So if that monster has already reached, or if that monster is reaching, then you cannot stop him because you were busy eliminating the ones before you. So you have to break, right? And you won't be able to kill that monster and your city will be overrun by monsters. So unless if both these conditions are being satisfied, just do answer plus plus and return answer. That's it. This was the code that you need to write. I hope the explanation and the code of this problem was very clear to you. In case you have any doubts, you can leave them in the comments and we'll be very happy to resolve them. Thank you.